Okay, so the last question I have from a guest is from Vaughn. He says, of course, tell him I said hi, and he had a very rough second game, and so did you.
Yes,
John
I remember his.
didn't. Do you think there's anything to do with that out there? Is it fatigue? Is it a regression toward the mean? Or are you just coming in and saying, hey, I won a game, and that's going to be it?
Well, there's definitely a fatigue that happens. My fatigue wasn't in my second game. It was by the time I was going into what would have been my fourth and fifth games, which in that day were the third and fourth that I was playing. You are exhausted. I mean, you've run marathons. You're running a mental marathon that day. To tape that many episodes, I was just losing steam, just losing it. So I felt that near the end. The second game, for me, and I heard it from a lot of people online, that board that we had, both boards were just ridiculous. They were medieval fashion and unmanned space flight and Defoe. All of us were just like, what is this? I think it was mostly that, and the fact that of all the people I played, I think Dara was one of the strongest, without a doubt. So she was quick on the buzzer and knew a lot of stuff. And I would attribute it to that. I would attribute it to that, I guess.
Yeah, I remember that game just being like, I'm glad I'm not up there. Cause this would be painful.
And there were some boards like that on the games that I didn't play. I remember just being thankful that wasn't mine. But then I had my own doozies, I guess. Yeah.
I thought it was funny that the game after you lost, they had a question about the William Tell opera.
Yeah.
And I bet you were not too happy about that whole category.
Well, there was a lot of categories since I've been on that I'm just like, could you not have moved that around? Yeah, all the other contestants, I could tell, because opera is not that rare of a category on Jeopardy, and that's the one category that no one else would have just stood a chance. I would have just mowed that down.
Yeah.
But whatever. I got Disney songs. I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I'll take Disney songs anytime I can get it. Yeah.
Do you think, was there something that you ate, do you think, before your Thursday game?
Well,
John also lost on Thursday.
Yeah, he did. I purposefully, the two lunches that I was able to have at the Sony cafeteria, ate like salads and drank a Red Bull, I think, for both of them to just eat something healthy and try to get me energized. I don't think it was that. I think it was just, it is just exhausting.
Yeah.
For a day of taping, especially back to back. Ugh.
Yeah, it's so tough because you're up there, you're standing up, you're racking your brain, you're trying not to remember that you're in front of 10 million people watching on television.
Yes.
Trying not to remember that you're playing for $25,000 a game.
Yep. And
it's so weird when people criticize on Twitter, oh, you didn't know that, it's so easy. Well, there are all these other factors.
Big why. Yeah. Well, the factor of you have 3 to 5 seconds to come up with it. Yes, I knew that. I couldn't come up with it right then. Or you think of it and you think, well, maybe it's something else. You second guess yourself. Like one of my questions was the highest pitched or the smallest instrument in the brass family, and the answer was trumpet. And I was like, none of you can come with trumpet. I played the trumpet for 5 years. I knew that, but in my head was like, okay, well, the cornet is smaller, or could it be the flugelhorn? And by the time you ask yourself those questions, you're too late. You missed it.
You're too late, and you're not going to buzz in.
You're not going to buzz in. Yeah, you're weighing how bad would it hurt to miss this based on would you maybe get it right. Yeah. And also, after you win, you don't have any time to just like rest or anything. You're thrown back into the contestant room, you change, and then you're right back out. So that's another, like, it literally is just back to back to back.
Yeah, so you didn't go home and sip Chardonnay at the Jeopardy mansion in between games.
Exactly.
Come back,
that's like
Alex
Alex
said.
Says.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's quick with it.
He is quick. Yeah, it's grueling. It's grueling.